Então estamos ao vivo, então. E aí, players, bom com vocês? Aqui é o Joe Gamer, que está na área do Momento Play. Nós estamos aqui com mais uma jogatina, mais uma gameplay aqui de Final Fantasy XVI, a gameplay parte 9. Se você está você está aí no nosso online, né? No nosso ao vivo. E não, ou você, né, que acabou vindo no off e não viu ainda a parte 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Tem todos os vídeos aí no link aí da nossa playlist do canal, que está na descrição do vídeo, tá bom? Então depois dá uma olhadinha lá, fica com a gente, porque tá bem bacana e tem todas as gameplays que nós fazemos, sempre as melhores gameplays aqui de PlayStation 5, tá bom, gente? Muito obrigado por estarem aqui, galera. Vamos chegando, gente. Não deixe de dar o seu gostei, se inscrever no canal e ativar as notificações para que vocês estejam sempre com a gente aqui, principalmente o off, venha pro online aqui, venha pra gente na live, beleza? Vamos chegando, gente, vamos se assentando. Ver se certinho aqui tá tudo bem mesmo com a transmissão. Eu deixo meu celularzinho aqui para olhar, né? Se tá tudo rodando bem. Fico olhando meu pescoço um pouco aí. Mas aí, ó, já tamo bem, tá tudo certinho. Vamos chegando, galera. Mandem um salve pra gente, vamos lá, ó. Então, continuando, nós acabamos de ter aquela batalha titânica maravilhosa contra o Colosso, né? O Titan. E agora nós falamos todo mundo que ele foi morto, matamos o Titã. E agora nós vamos ajudar a construir o navio aqui, o barco aqui, o navio para Ilha do Qiḍ, que tá querendo tanto. Então nós temos que ir em busca das peças aí do navio, vamos lá. Opa, tem missão secundária.
Clive, here you go.
Tem gente precisando de ajuda em 2 lugares lá. Tem aqui, em busca de justiça, na ala perdida. Aumentar aí o nosso renome. E tem gente aqui no que? Fermentando humores. Aumenta 10 e ganha o renome e ganha 800 de guilds. Aqui é no deserto, né? Depois vão vir aqui depois de fazer aqui o que nós precisa.
We're seeing troops amassing at every point.
Vai que a gente vai para algum canto de lá. Nas missões, na missão principal.
Blackthorn, can I ask a favor?
Hell with it.
It's for Mid.
This my last chance to say I'm otherwise engaged.
Tá chegando em HD aí pra vocês, né, galera? Tudo certo, né? Voz também.
Go on then. What is it this time?
Vão falando pra mim.
She said you would know. Here.
𝗙𝗜𝗡𝗧𝗔𝗬. Well, I don't know what the hell you'd want this for, but I can make it. Won't be easy though, and I'll need help. Get 𝗙𝗚𝗡𝗅𝗡𝗅 in here, will you?
All right.
Montar o barco pra filha do Cid, galera. Vamos ver o que nós dá pra fazer aí.
So Mid's roped us all in here again, has she? Typical. Still, if that's what it takes to get her to visit Cid's grave, I'll do what I can.
And, what is it we need to do, exactly?
Take a look at this. It's this plating. The usual sword grade steel won't work. We need something that can get very hot, very fast, and still keep its shape.
Ai, eu mandei o link, ué. Eu achei que tá tudo bem.
Bode gameplay. I need materials, and I've got my work cut out already.
Eu tava correndo pra poder fazer logo, eu já passei 30, meia hora do que eu costumo, que é 10 horas.
Stardust, they call it. As for the rest of the stuff, my usual supply should have
Mas
it in
vamos,
stock.
galera, vamos
Just
chegando.
needs buying and bringing back here.
Well,
Onde gameplay, deixa um gostei aí, não esquece não.
one of us should probably give you an hand coat in the sand.
And the other can go and get the rest from this supplier.
Right then.
Well, make your minds up who's going where. We can get this over with.
Na live passada nós fizemos a briga mais incrível de todos os tempos. A briga mais doida, mais linda, que é contra o Titã. Que pra mim só ela ganha o GOT, hein? Já foi uma maravilha. Oi. Vou voltar aqui.
You going
A
after the
melhor
Stardust then, are
briga
you?
de todas, mano. Só ele
Which one
ganha o
of
Game
these
of the
two
Year.
lucky souls is going with you?
Pra mim. Quem vai acompanhar eu? Otto. Vou levar o Gav, que ele nunca... Vem, Gav.
Gav, you're with me.
All right then. So, where do we find
Olá,
this
Cowboy.
Stardust stuff?
There's a river that runs through the southern reaches of the 𝗙𝗚𝗡. It's the black sand that washes up on its banks that
Ah, e
you're
o
after.
Velcro, dá pra fazer aquela
Southern
missão
reaches of the
secundária.
𝗙𝗚𝗡, eh? That's down past 𝗙𝗚𝗡. I'll go and scout the place out. See about hiring us a wagon to bring the stuff back to.
All right. I'll meet you by the river.
While you're off having a paddle, I'll pick up the rest of the stuff from Blackthorn's supplier. Take care.
You two, eh? Don't go letting them fleece ya.
Fleece me? I like to see him try.
In your own time.
É, vamos pro sul de Valcroy, que é o deserto. Então a gente já pega aquela missão secundária lá, já vamos viajar direto. A gente faz primeiro a secundária. Aí depois... continuamos.
We're seeing troops amassing at every border crossing.
Vamos lá.
Fancy a look at the list, do you?
Pam, pam. O que a pessoa aqui tá precisando?
Herbs and spices. Gone, just like that. And without so much as a by your leave.
What's the matter?
What's the matter?
Oh, it's my apprentice. He up and vanished while my back was turned. I'd go and look for him myself, but I've got a bakery to run. A bakery that's now short one pair of hands. Loath though I am to rely on the kindness of strangers, I'm at a loss. Please, will you see if you can find him?
Oh,
I'll see what I can do. Do you know where he might have gone?
I wouldn't be surprised if he was off somewhere mooning at Drake's Fang. He used to work there, you see. Poor fool left his heart in its hollow.
All right. Then that's where I'll start.
vamos para a presa do gado. Do Draco. Do gado não, coitado. Vem, Turgle!
Where's wrong?
Nossa.
Plates and pots!
No, I'm telling you, it's gone.
Vão correndo, porque, né? Longe pra caramba, velho. Três rosas. Ah, tá liberado aqui pra nósinho. Interessante. Opa, tô no caminho certo, tô, né? Ah. Aqui a gente acabou não andando, né? Porque foi direto, né? Pra luta lá pra mansão lá. Aqui a gente não passou. Dá pra gente abrir um pouco a área então, ó. Passada ali pra trás que é a mandíbula, né? E aqui tá como a mandíbula. Curar aqui o tiozinho. Aí ele ali. É ele. Hello.
Excuse me.
What do you want?
The baker sent me to find you.
I am a sorry, selfish sod, aren't I? Certainly not a baker. Master must rue the day he took me in. Time was the sight of the fang used to calm my nerves. But now look at her.
I take it you missed the mother crystal.
I hated her, but she was all I knew. Worked her mines for years. And when she shattered, part of me shattered with her. I had to trade my pickaxe for a rolling pin, but I'm no good at baking. Every loaf I touch collapses. My bread's as hollow as I am. She was the only thing that could fill the hole inside me. Oh, I loved her, damn it. But now she's gone. She's never coming back. What am I supposed to do? I ask her. How does a shell of a man learn to live again?
Se expresse. Lembre dos bons momentos. Expresse.
Perhaps you could express yourself in your work. If you miss the fang, maybe you could recapture it somehow.
Recapture it? I'm a baker, not a... You know, you might just be right. What a fool I've been! I have to get back to the bakery right away. Thank you. Thank you, my friend. You've opened my eyes.
Oxe.
Wait. Suppose you won't be needing an escort then.
Então tá bom. Oh, achamos um. Sem que. Puta! Um A. Sem querer de novo. Nossa, vai acabar comigo isso aqui.
My blade yet hungers, so do I. Come, let us feast on your flesh. Your feasting days are over. Get him! I snap you like a twig! Stick him! Nice try.
Nossa, mano.
your blood! All yours, Torgal! I'll snap you like a twig! Over here! This way!
Ganhei ainda, cara. Caramba, velho. Uou. Subimos de nível, pelo menos. 34. Nossa, pegamos um A, velho. Eu 670. Estamos com 10 mil, é isso? Ó. Ah, não, ganhamos 10.500. Estamos com 100, 230. Ah, tá.
Those who kill for sport deserve no better.
Puta. Foi 2 super poções, mas tamo aí, né? Caramba. Tem um jeito aqui, cara. Encontramos um sem querer, hein? De novo aqui. Aqui parece que só tinha isso, mano. E já era muita coisa, né? Nossa, imagina aqueles S, então, você é louco. É 2.300 que eu preciso ali, né? 2.390. Ó, teu negocinho aí, teu favor aí me rendeu um outro negócio aqui, viu?
Anything I can interest you in?
Com certeza, aqui ó, super poção, pelo amor de Deus.
An excellent choice.
Fala, Gustavo, tudo bom? Boa noite, show, beleza? Seja bem-vindo, mano. Obrigado pelo gostei, viu? A parte 9 da gameplay de Final Fantasy XVI.
Ah, there you are. The man who lit a fire under my wayward apprentice. Though I worry you might have stoked the flames a little too high. He damn near ran me down trying to get to my
uma parte assim que tá insano o tempo inteiro, cara.
Behold the Drake's Balm. A truly unique creation.
I dare say it is.
Just look at it. A perfect likeness of the Fang herself. Her steepled peaks, her fulsome spurs, her inviting hollow. True, my loaves collapse more often than not, but
uma missão secundária aqui.
Without her crater.
Nós já vamos pra principal.
What? No Fang at all. And look, inside. She's filled to bursting with a bounty of beautiful crystals. Salt crystals! Master, I have found my purpose. I must use my work here to preserve the memory of the Fang.
Well, if it tastes half as unique as it looks, I'd certainly say you're onto something.
Tamanho de nariz de batata do padeiro.
Not only is my apprentice back, but he's finally pulling his weight. With any luck, I might even have a new delicacy on my hands. I don't know how you did it, but you have my thanks.
Valeu. Eu tô cheinho da grana, só aqui mesmo. Dá pra trocar por guilds. Vida real. Agora vamos pra missão principal lá do outro canto. Minha voz tá boa, galera, do jogo também. Nos rendeu um monstro. Ah, hein? Tá louco. Valeu, 𝗚𝗚, pelo feedback. Aí vamos ir upando lá, ó. Hello. Pra aumentar o poder da Fênix. Vou pegar aquele shield ali. Depois nós vem pra cá. Oh, foge não, tio. Vem pra cá. Uhul, aqui tem bastante. Vamos chegando, galera. Manda um salve aí pra nós. Manda um salve, vamos que vamos. É mais pra lá ainda? Ah, eu vim pro canto errado. Vou pegar o chocobinho pra ir mais rápido.
Faster!
Vamos, Torgo. Nós deu uma upadinha. Valeu, garoto. É aqui, eu sempre me embanando.
Looks like I found the river. Where's Gav?
Encontrar o Gav. Aí ele lá. E aí, Gav?
Sorry to keep you, Gav.
Better late than never. I've had a quick scout about, and I reckon round here's our best bet if we want to grab as much of this stardust stuff as we can. Don't know what Blackthorn's planning to do with it, though. I asked over in 𝗙𝗏𝗡, and they seem to think it was worthless. But if stardust is what Blackthorn wants, stardust is what he'll get. There's plenty of this stuff lying about, just begging to be bagged.
Then let's get bagging, shall we?
We shall. Race ya.
encontrar os materiais que a filha do Cid precisa para montar o barco dela, o navio.
So this is stardust. It just looked like black sand to me.
Poeira estelar. Tem mais? Ali. Tem mais? Ali. Mais? Oxi. Parou até a música. Pra cá tem música? Oxe, será que bugou? E não, né? Bom, a área vai até lá em cima, então vamos tentar ir lá pra cima. Ô, cara, mano, muito obrigado aí, viu? Por estar aqui, Gu. Obrigado aí por participar. Valeu, até mais, até a próxima, viu? Deixar o gostei. Vamos tá fazendo aí todo dia. Um grande abraço, brigadão. Aqui já saiu já. Será que deu algum bug? Ou é pra cá, né? Pra cá ainda tá. Aqui já não dá mais. Aqui. Caramba, mano.
That should be enough for now. Let's see how Gav's getting on.
Hey, Gav.
You finished? How much did you get?
Enough. I hope.
Espero, né? Que louca, a musiquinha parou.
Oh, you win. That might even be enough for old Blackthorn. Hey, before we go, do you mind if we have a chat? Feels like ages since we had the chance to talk. You know, man to man like.
It does, doesn't it?
Back when you first took Sid's name, we were talking all the time. Working out what to do in that.
There was a lot to work out.
And there still is. Those shoulders of yours starting to feel the strain. Hardly ever see you around the hideaway nowadays. Always on some errand or other. You can take a day off, you know.
Says the man who spends most of his time behind enemy lines.
Only 'cause you keep sending me there.
I know I can count on you, Gav.
Likewise. So you keep sending me wherever you need to, and I'll keep going. Safe in the knowledge that I have a home to come back to. Thanks to you.
Que legal.
Right. That's enough soppy shite for one day. We'd better get this lot back to Blackthorn before he slings his hammer at someone.
You go on ahead. And try to get some rest once you're there.
Oh, I plan to. Believe you me. After Blackthorn gets what he needs, of course.
Right. Ready to go home, boy?
Vou voltar, mas antes vamos dar uma batida num povo aqui, vamos lá. Aproveitar que eu já tô vendo esse. Aproveitar que estamos aqui, né? Ó, uns caranguejos aqui. Tem mais uns tio ali, tem mais uns ali. Pegar os caranguejos. Caranguejo não, né? Escorpião. Quase 2000. pegar aqueles ali aí e vamos parar. Opa, um itemzinho ali. Vambora.
Let's hope this is all Blackthorn needs. Blackthorn, got everything you need?
Yeah. Yeah, I do. Cheers for the stardust. Should be enough to be getting on with.
We should go out on maneuvers together more often. You know, it beats sneaking around on your tud all the time.
I'll make a start on putting this thermal plating together then. It will take some time, mind. So if you've got other things to be getting on with, I could do without you breathing down my neck.
Thank you, Blackthorn. I'll let Mid know construction's underway.
Missão concluída. Uhul, já conseguimos. Ó, dá tudo pra trocar por guilds, velho.
Suppose we'd better be getting back to work too.
Give us a shout if you need anything.
Back, are ya? What do you want?
Não tenho esse negócio aqui ainda.
And?
Vamos fazer secundário então. Ah, é, vamos vender por guilds também. Vamos aqui nas habilidades, né? Oh. 4.250, velho. Você tá doido. Aí já é muito, né? Ó, aumentou assim. É isso? Agora nós estamos daquele jeito. Agora vamos ver esse aqui, né? 2.300. Tô louco. Tem que aumentar esse aqui, era uma boa, hein? 600. Bom, vamos ver. Vamos indo, vamos indo. Opa, vender por guilds. Não, não é aqui não.
What can I get you, Sid? Oh, keep your mug handy.
And what can I do for you? Coin purse weighing you down? And be thankful you got that much. You got out else? And be thankful you got that much. Come again.
4.000, quase 105.
I'm not much bothered either way.
A missão secundária lá. Aí já fazemos.
We're seeing troops amassing at every border.
Como é que ficou o quadrinho aqui? Depois do tio que eu peguei. Sem querer. Ah lá, ele aqui. É dos últimos. Tem 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Isso. Peguei 6.
Welcome to the Patron's Whisper. Your benefactors are a generous lot.
410. Ah, tinha um que era 300. O que aconteceu? Oh. Só 10.
Fancy a look at the list, do you?
Rapaz, daqui
Anything
já dá
catch
já.
your eye?
Ah. Bora.
Good day to you. See.
Aqui os caras precisam sempre de ajuda, né, velho? Sempre pra cada vindo pra cá. Ah, é o tio lá? É.
Ah, Clive. Your timing is exquisite, as always. I have a concern which you may be able to assist me with.
Go on.
There are whisperings afoot of shadowy figures having been sighted outside the village. Rustlings in the undergrowth, suspicious noises. My people fear that they are being watched. It may be no more than a surfeit of nerves, understandable in the current climate, or it may be the prelude to something altogether more dangerous. Given what I hope you'll forgive me calling your nose for trouble, I wondered if you might investigate.
Bora.
Of course.
Excellent. You might begin by speaking with the good citizens of Lostwing. Listen to their tales, and make what you will of them.
All right. I will.
Vamos conversar aqui. Eles conversam bastante aqui no jogo.
Right. Let's see what the people of the village have to say. I better find out if this is just nerves, or something we need to take more seriously.
If we're to sup on sour news, let it be over sweet wine.
Vou começar aqui, vai.
You alright, Sid? Something on your mind?
There is actually. Can I ask you something? Quentin tells me people have mentioned shadowy figures out in the woods. Have you noticed anything unusual?
Oh, that. No, sorry, can't help you. I heard the rumours, mind, from the lads working over at the vineyard, but none of them has seen anything either.
All right. Thanks anyway.
É aqui pra falar que não sabe.
The crystals. You're quite talented with that rod of yours.
Do you have a moment? There's talk of suspicious figures in the woods. Have you seen anything out of the ordinary?
No, but I've heard something. Sound of scraping metal, like someone sharpening a sword.
Where was this?
In 𝗙𝗓𝗡𝗏 Pass. Was out foraging for herbs when I heard it, screeching out from between the trees. Ran back here as quick as my legs would carry me, and I ain't been back since.
I see. I'll look into it. Thank you.
Ah, nem precisa mais perguntar.
Seems 𝗙𝗓𝗡𝗏 Pass is our best bet then. What do you say, 𝗏𝗏? Shall we go and investigate?
Vamos lá, Turbo. Turbo achou.
You there?
Fuck!
Ah.
He's seen us. Get them
Preto.
before they escape.
Black shields. Here.
What the hell are you doing here? What is it to you? Not that we give a damn. All that matters to us is that you don't leave here alive.
Eu sabia que ia ter mais. Agora sim, velho. Agora sim, maluco. Essa doeu, hein?
Why were they here? Are they planning an attack on Lostwing? I need to warn Quentin.
Demora mesmo pra carregar, hein? Ah, vamos lá, vamos lá.
Crystals we get from the tail are all but worth.
We had to dig a new cellar to store all the unsold barrels.
If Clive, how goes the hunt for our sinister figures?
I found some black shields hiding near 𝗚𝗔𝗡𝗟𝗏 Pass. They're gone now.
Black shields. The Empress's former bloodhounds. Though they serve another master now. One who means to root out and destroy both me and those I care for. And it would appear the pack has finally caught the scent of its prey. Damn it all. I had hoped I would have more time than this. More time to prepare. But if we are cornered, we have no choice but to bite back. And bite back we shall.
I'm sorry. You're going to need to explain. Who did the Black Shield serve now? And why would that person want you dead?
Because I want him dead.
Who?
The former Lord Chief Justice of 𝗙𝗏𝗏. All that I have built here is for him.
I don't understand. Why him? Why Lostwing?
I suppose it is better that you know the truth. I was a member of the judiciary once. So sickened was I by the injustice of this world, I swore to fight it. And fight it I did, in my own small way. I saw more than a few corrupt officials condemned to the very cells into which they had thrown blameless innocents. Men to whom the law was but a scourge to turn against the powerless. And throughout, it was the Lord Chief Justice who backed me, who was my one true ally in the quest to see justice done.
So what changed?
I discovered that he hunted bearers for sport. I was a fool to think he shared my hatred of venality and vice. His support for me was no more than a facade, a means of ridding himself of his rivals, a mask to hide the rot beneath. I filed suit against him immediately. His response, however, was rather more visceral. He had my entire family slaughtered, and he faced no punishment whatsoever. I lost everything. My loved ones, my livelihood, my position, the faith I had once held that any modicum of justice might be achieved through the courts. So I set about enacting my own. I tracked down every soul who served him and slit their throats myself. But the man himself proved an altogether more difficult target. With money and power come protection. And so I saw that I would need an army of my own. I came here to Lostwing and began recruiting like-minded individuals.
And everyone here knows this is why you do what you do.
Of course. They too have lost loved ones to the bearer hunts. Seen faultless friends sent to the gallows to spare the guilty. All under the watchful eye of the Lord Chief Justice. Our wounds are the same. And our cause is the same. We are comrades. And our revenge is already in motion. We know where he hides, how numerous and well-trained his guard. What we did not know until now, however, was that his plans may already be in motion too.
Quentin.
Our time is short. He may move against us at any moment, unless we move against him first. My friends and comrades, it begins. Make ready for war.
Ou não. Sei lá. Ó, pra trocar por Gil. Já dá pra pegar um lá.
I'm not going to change his mind.
Bom, não tem o que fazer, então vamos voltar. Pelo menos por enquanto, né? Com certeza ele vai pedir ajuda depois. Mais pra frente. Provavelmente. Então vamos só pegar a recompensinha ali e vamos pra missão principal.
We're seeing troops amassing at every border.
No surprises there.
How may I help you today, Clive? You earned this.
Caramba, ganhei 800 pontos de habilidade, velho. Nem vi que era isso. Bom, não mostrava que tem aqui, não mostra. Ah, entendi agora. Caramba, mano, já dá pra aumentar um bagulho. Tá não? É, vou aumentar um desse aqui do fortão aqui. Ou não. Ele tá forte ainda. Ele tá dando quase que cabo dos caras. Não só. Acho que eu vou guardar pra cá, mano. Deve ser forte pra caramba, mano. É, beleza. Ah, caramba, ganhando 800 pontos, cara. Então, galera, vão chegando. Manda um salve aí pra nós. Deixa o curtir, se inscreva no canal e não esquece de ativar as notificações pra estarem com a gente, hein? Nas nossas gameplays tops.
If I don't come up with something soon.
You'll be pleased to hear that Blackthorn started work on the plating.
Excellent. 1 down, 2 to go.
So, what's next?
The helm, of course. For this, we'll be repurposing fallen scrap.
Salvage from the ruins? I thought that material was all but impossible to work.
Ah, but we don't have to.
I'm sorry.
Just so happens there's one particular ruin that's broken into exactly the right shape and size pieces for what we need. What's the name back there? I'll give you all the details.
What's her name? Right.
Poxa, chamou a coitada de fulana, velho.
Oh, Sid, is this about the helm?
Yes. Mid said I should speak with you.
I'll show you the plans then. Here you see the mithril engine, in which mithril is burned to generate heat. That heat is then harnessed to produce motive force. Excess heat is dealt with by means of the thermal displacement stack, which disperses it into the surrounding air. Now, were we to rely on thermal plating alone to achieve this effect, the rate of excess heat buildup would far exceed the displacement coefficient of the plating. In other words, the reactor would overheat and eventually explode. This is where the helm comes in. It connects to the plating, you see, and serves as a sort of thermal sink to absorb all that excess energy. Our experiments have shown that fallen ceramics are remarkably thermophilic. They can withstand and absorb levels of heat far above anything we are able to make today. And not only that, they're also waterproof and immune to rust, making them the perfect material for our protective hood. Why, if sea or rainwater were to enter the reactor proper, it would vaporize instantly. The forces produced would tear the ship from stern to...
You can stop there. I understand. Mid said we might be able to use parts of a fallen ruin. Where would I find it?
Ah, yes. It's in 𝗙𝗚𝗡𝗔𝗟 Pass, near
Nós já
Lostwing.
tava lá agora, velho.
The thing is, well, I probably should have arranged to have the pieces we need brought here sooner. You see, a certain unwanted visitor has taken up residence there. It's no longer a matter of just walking in and taking them. It's, going to be considerably more dangerous than that.
I see. Then I suppose I'd better deal with this unwanted visitor for you. Would that help?
Oh, very much. Thank you, Sid. I'll gather my team and head there right away. We'll meet you outside the ruins.
Ou seja, tem um bicho feio lá e nós temos que pegar ele. Certo. Sempre acabo indo pra esse canto aqui, velho.
I'll be taking you all to a storehouse in the Bales.
Ah lá.
Leave
Eles
anything you
estão se
don't need
organizando.
behind.
Pra batalha. Ah não, é aqui. Vamos lá, Turtle. É outro bichinho pra nós. Pegou os dois? Ah, aqui tá meio fácil, né? Oi.
Oh, there you are, Sid. Thanks so much for coming. The, ruins are just over there, as is the creature I told you about, I'd imagine. Would you mind?
Of course. I'll be right back.
Cadê a criatura que eu não vi? Ó, chegando, galera, tudo bom? Um salve aí, hein? Gameplay top aqui de Final Fantasy XVI. Valeu. Parte 9 aí. Deixa eu gostei. Ó, um baú ali. Ah! Aqui, tio.
Unwanted visitor. Time to go.
Vixe Maria, velho. Não pegou ele. Que legal.
Nice try.
Ah, que legal. Tá ligeirinho, hein, tio?
Over here! Go! Attack! This one. Get him! Stick him!
Tchau. Experience.
The things I do for you, Mid.
Sid! Oh, thank goodness you're safe.
Ih, nós somos bom pra caramba.
Indeed. Well, don't let us keep you. We'll, see that everything is transported safely back to the hideaway.
All right. I'll let Mid know you're on your way.
Soltando vapor 2. Agora dá pra pegar outro lá. Pra avisar a moça. Vamos viajar, Torgon. Agora acabou, fia?
We're seeing troops amassing at every border.
I think Mid might need some help.
If I don't come up with something soon.
Mid. Helena has recovered the material for the helm. She'll be along shortly.
Falta mais né? Verdade.
Another job well done.
And just one remaining.
Right. Right, the shielding. This one's a bit of a bugger.
How so?
The plating's enough to stop the engines going pop, but those things will still be spitting out enough fire to set the rest of the ship ablaze. Which is why you need proper shielding. A prison for the dragon's breath that's blazing away inside. I thought a triple thick layer of tempered steel might do it. Or more of the stuff that the Fallen use, but they'd both be too heavy. The helm and the plating are bulky enough as it is. Add any more weight and the whole ship would be at the bottom of the briny before we'd even started. I need something light. But I've racked my brains and I just can't think what would do it.
Well, if I were in need of obscure knowledge, I know whose counsel I would seek. 𝗙𝗡𝗡𝗅.
Tomes? Yeah, well, I'd thought of that, obviously. I've got all the details written down here. Can you take this to him, see what he makes of it?
Right away.
Então. E aí, velho? Do saber, tudo bom? As coisas da filha do Cid aí pra você.
𝗙𝗡𝗡𝗅, do you have a moment?
For you, Clive? Always.
Well, actually, it's for Mid this time. Could you take a look at this?
Shielding for a mithril engine. Whatever will that girl think of next? And what are these notes around the edges?
She has some specific requirements for the materials. The shielding needs to be able to resist extreme heat on the inside, and yet remain cool enough on the outside not to set the ship alight, while also being light enough not to sink it. As you can imagine, she's struggling to find anything that meets her needs.
I see.
I wondered if you might know of a solution, or if you might be able to search the records for one.
Perhaps it is not a different material she requires, but a different approach.
What do you mean?
Consider the lake we have made our home. Its blighted waters eat away far more quickly than fresh water or even brine, at timber and steel alike. And yet, we have made a home here from those very materials nonetheless.
We have. But Bardolph must varnish every board twice over to keep it from rotting. And Obelisk complains that without a constant supply of pitch. I see.
Early Gregorian histories speak of a preparation known as moon dew. It is said to be able to resist even the most ferocious flames. Before the dragoons tamed the worms and wyverns of the realm, nobles would daub their castle walls with it in order to guard against dragon fire.
So if we could recreate it...
It might be applied to some material or other in order to provide the protection Mid requires. As to how best to apply it and to what material, perhaps Bardolph and Obolus might be of assistance. I shall speak to them and see what wisdom they might have to offer. If you would be so kind as to procure the necessary ingredients, I shall discuss the specifics of how it might be most effectively put to use with our two friends. The knowledge of the past may yet prove useful to we of the modern era.
Thank you, Hippocrates. And since you're asking others to help you, perhaps I should too.
Vamos viajar de novo. Ah, anda bem. E não sossega, velho. Parece meu pai. É Jill.
So you need a hand, do you?
We do. I'll be heading to market for the ingredients we need. I could do with some help. And some company too.
The other can assist me in researching how best to prepare the shielding itself.
Can we count on your aid?
Always. Well, if Jill's game.
Thank you.
I am sure either of these fine young minds would prove indispensable in my research. I leave the decision as to who will go with whom in your capable hands, Clive.
Vai, vamos com a Jill.
So, Clive, have you made your decision? Who will accompany you on your little excursion?
A Jill, né?
Very well. So then, what do we need to find?
I have taken the liberty of preparing a list. Here.
White chocobo eggs. Pepio nuts. Are you sure this list is right? Everything on here seems very edible. I would have thought the ingredients would be a little more exotic.
Though these items may seem mundane, they have potent effects that are rarely exploited, effects for which they were once highly prized. So much so, in fact, that they were harvested almost to extinction, hence moon dews having fallen from favor. Now, of course, they can be obtained with ease. You should be able to find everything you need at the market in Northreach.
Is that so? I've been meaning to visit Northreach anyway. I'll set out now. Join me there when you're ready.
I will. Until then.
You two enjoy yourselves.
You too, Talia.
Vamos pro mercado. Viajamos mais longe agora.
Now, where's Jill?
Where's Jill?
There's talk that the glass gate flood has finally spread.
Keep them pilchards nice and chilled. I won't have you spoiled.
Hi, Ellie.
Pepio nuts? Can never tell.
How goes the hunt for ingredients?
I've only just started. I'm sure everything we need is somewhere amongst all these stalls, though. Why don't we split up and see? We'll take a couple of ingredients each.
All right. What am I looking for?
How about you look for the Pepio nuts and some garlic? I'll find the other things we need. We can meet by the gate when we're finished.
Então vai. Põe as compras no mercado.
What do you want?
Oi, preciso disso aqui.
Go on, take it. Thanks for nothing.
How the hell is anyone supposed to afford that?
Any friend of the innkeeper is a friend of mine. I trust it's all here. Good day.
That's everything. Let's see how Jill's getting on.
Com certeza vai precisar sair daqui e caçar.
The Did you find everything?
I did. Here.
Garlic and pepio nuts. Perfect. Now all that remains is for 𝗙𝗡𝗔𝗡𝗣𝗟 to somehow turn all this into what Mid needs to keep her engine cool. But before we head back, would you walk with me a while?
Oxi.
Thank you for asking me to help you today. It makes a nice change.
It does. It's good to get away from all the battle and bloodshed for once. Just being here reminds me of when we were children. Do you remember? Walking down Market Street in 𝗙𝗓𝗡, taking in the sights and smells.
How could I forget? What with 𝗙𝗡𝗡𝗟's antics. Remember how his nose would prick up at the scent of sausages? He'd go racing away and we'd have to go running after him. We wouldn't catch you now, would we, boy?
Was there anything you wanted to buy for yourself while we're here?
There was, yes. Well, sort of. Molly in the kitchen told me about a place that sells particularly good pies. Thought you might like to share one with me.
I would. Thank you.
And I saw some bread. Big white cobs like the baker back in 𝗙𝗓𝗡 used to make. What do you think? I thought we might get some soup to dip it in. But then I tried a slice of the butcher's dry-cured ham and it was just, oh.
You all right?
Sorry. It's just, you're right. I really do feel like a child again being here with you.
Chipo demais os dois, cara. Pelo amor de
Clive.
Deus. Tudo legal.
Is it wrong of me to enjoy this?
No, Jill.
Acho que não.
This is how life should be.
Eu amo pão e torta também.
And it's how our lives will be when our work is finally done. When we can live on our own terms.
I hope so. Thank you, Clive.
Vamos voltar?
Well, I suppose we better be getting back. I need to give these ingredients to 𝗙𝗡𝗔𝗡𝗟. I'll see you at the hideaway.
Take care.
I will. You too.
Voltemos então.
I wonder how
Peraí,
𝗙𝗡𝗡𝗟 is
quanto que é
getting
aquilo
on with the
lá?
mundo.
Da recompensa é quanto?
We're seeing troops amassing at every border.
No surprises there.
Oh, I wasn't expecting you.
550.
Best of
I
luck
know,
out
yeah.
there, Sid.
Bum, bum, bum.
How's work on the shielding progressing, 𝗙𝗡𝗡𝗟?
Well, very well indeed. And thanks in no small part to your kind assistance. I was just explaining to 𝗙𝗡𝗟 how we might best go about preparing the mundo. And now that we have all the ingredients, we may begin.
You can count on me. I've mixed more than a few mysterious concoctions in my time.
I'm sure you have. What about the shielding itself?
Work is underway, under the watchful eyes of Bardolph and Obolus.
Apparently, it'll be ready soon.
Thank you. All of you.
Right then. Jill, would you join me in the infirmary? Many hands make light work and all that.
Of course. Oh, and Clive, thank you. It was nice just being with you.
It appears our work here is almost at an end. A shame. I was enjoying playing the man of action for once. When both the shielding and the mundo are ready, it will merely be a matter of applying the one to the other. Followed by a rigorous process of testing and retesting, of course. Perhaps someone ought to warn young men of that.
Leave it to me. Thank you, 𝗙𝗚𝗡𝗔𝗚.
Show. Ó, 500. Oh, daqui a pouco dá pra gente... Oh, trocar pra guilds, por guilds. Já chegamos a 500 ali, hein?
Well, I better go and give Mid the good news then.
Só 5. Só 50.
Thanks to Sid.
Vamos vender.
Well, don't just stand there gawping. Go on, then. You got out else? I'll be thankful you got that much. Is that all?
107.000.
I think Mid might need some help tidying up.
Sorry to keep you waiting, Mid. But you'll be pleased to know that work on the shielding is underway.
You found something for it?
In a manner of speaking, 𝗙𝗚𝗡𝗔𝗚 knew of a substance that's highly resistant to heat. A coating that should provide the protection you need.
Começou o
He's
negócio.
supervising the construction and testing of the shielding as we speak.
Brilliant! I knew you wouldn't let me down.
Don't thank me. I'm just the errand boy.
Olha lá. Não
Right
tem
then,
nada não.
let's start working out how
PC.
to bolt all these bits together. To the Black Hammer!
You know, when I got into the smithing game, I thought I'd be making swords and shields, not thermal bleeding didgeridoo-dahs.
Displacement stacks.
Same difference. Whatever you call it, I ain't putting it together in here. It's cramped enough as it is. Let's take this outside. Mid, you get all the parts lined up on the deck. I'll take care of the rest.
On my way!
Oh, and bring me the biggest hammer you can find. This is gonna require some precision walloping.
E sem mexer a boca. Ai, meu senhor, para. Algum tempo depois.
It's finished! It's finally finished!
Thank fuck for that. I'll be feeling my hammer arm for weeks.
Thank you, Clive, Blackthorn, everyone. That's 1 down and just 3 more to go.
I'm sorry.
Oh, didn't I tell you? The Enterprise has 4 mithril engines, and we'll be needing a displacement stack for each.
You don't mean...
Don't worry. Now they've got a finished one to work off. My gang in Canva can build the rest.
Good luck to them, I say. Right, I'm off to get a sling for this elbow. Any other work comes in, keep it to yourselves, eh?
Salve, galera, tudo bom? Vamos chegando.
Wish she was building a ship.
Deixa o seu gostei aí, se inscreva e clique no sininho das notificações, hein?
Nothing. Just daydreaming.
Manda salve pra nós.
Thinking about the Enterprise sailing off over the horizon to shores unknown. Searching for a land untouched by the blight. Just like me and my dad planned. So if the worst came to the worst and every scrap of soil in the twins turned black, we might still have a chance. That's what she was meant to be. You see, one last chance just in case we needed it. But now she's so close to being finished, I've realized I don't want her to be that. I don't want her to be just a lifeboat for us to cling to if things get desperate. I want people to sail aboard her by choice, not from the lack of it. In a world where we're not just trying to survive, but where we can actually live.
I'm working on that. And I'll do everything I can to get you what you want.
Don't you always? All right. My mind's made up. As soon as the Enterprise is fit to sail, I'm putting her under your command. Sod our plans, I'm trusting in yours.
Are you sure about this?
Something tells me it's what my dad would have wanted.
He'd be proud of you.
You were gonna visit his grave, weren't you?
I was. And you can come too now that your little project is finished.
Right. There's just one thing I need to finish up first. Won't be a mo.
All right. I'll let Otto know you're coming. Meet us in the mess when you're ready.
Aye, aye, Captain.
Pelo amor de Deus, hein, moça? Você dá um trabalho, hein? Aqui só fazendo o que você quer.
All right, Clive. Asterix. We'd finished sending half the hideaway traipsing across the twins, has she? I swear, that girl'd do anything to put off visiting her old dad's grave. No excuses now, though, eh?
Not quite. She said there was one final thing she had to take care of. I'm sure she'll be finished soon enough.
She said that? In those words?
She did, yes.
Pronto.
Clive? Were you born yesterday or something? There is no thing. She'll probably be halfway to Canva by now.
Mid. I might still be able to catch her.
Nossa, você é bobo, hein, Clive?
Is that the thing Tomes helped to build?
Ō`ʔlēth, have you seen Mid?
Yep. In a boat, going that way.
Then I'm too late.
You in a hurry at all, are you? Oh, I offered to take her across, but she wouldn't wait. Just paid for a dinghy and rowed off. Oars going like the clappers. Got some life in her, ain't she? But anyway, I was on my way up to see you, as it happens. Got a letter for you. Urgent, by the sound of it. One of your uncle's men said I was to hand it to you in person, post-bleeding haste. And you're here now.
Thank you, Ō`ʔlēth.
Don't mention it.
What tidings, uncle?
Jesus, coisa pra caramba pra ler. Meu querido sobrinho, minha jornada para 𝗙𝗡𝗟 foi um completo sucesso. O amigo que eu havia mencionado não apenas concordou em compartilhar o conteúdo da caixa forte dele conosco, como também os acontecimentos nas cidades livres. E assim eu soube dos esforços de uma certa jovem amiga sua. Embora eu acredite que o projeto da senhorita seja a valiosa Enterprise, duvido que as autoridades aceitem gentilmente o uso não autorizado de seus estaleiros. Não importa o quão desertos estejam. E se o boato já chegou ao meu amigo, pode ser que não demore muito para que os mestres das guildas batam em nossa porta. E é por isso que lhe escrevo um bilhete. Gostaria de pegar emprestado seu amigo 𝗙𝗚𝗓 por 1 ou 2 luas, para que ele possa ficar de olho naqueles que podem fazer mal à nossa pequena irmandade e nos avisar de qualquer ataque iminente. Espero que você considere essa proposta, seu querido tio.
Trouble in 𝗙𝗡𝗟. Well, I'll need someone to keep an eye on Mid.
𝗙𝗚𝗓, como sempre.
So what? Mid got us to do all the dirty work and then just sailed off into the sunset?
It, seems that way.
Well, nothing we can do about it now. But next time you plan on visiting Sid, you might want to tie her to something before you suggest it.
Ah, don't be so hard on her. Gotta admit, the dirty work was kind of fun. Everyone pitching in, all that bollocks. Just like when we built this place.
You're right.
Anyway,
hello.
All set to head to the old hideaway. I could do with getting to 𝗙𝗡𝗟 pretty sharpish. Wouldn't do to keep Lord Rosfield of the Seven High Houses waiting now, would it? Not after he asked for me personally.
Gav will be leaving with me. Will you mind the place while we're gone?
You can count on me. Just be sure to give Sid and the others my regards. All right.
Oh, by the way, Jill will be joining us too. She's got some things to take care of, but she'll meet us there.
I hope she's telling the truth at least.
Hello. O esconderijo. Não é possível acessar. Ué, nós vamos viajar de novo pro mesmo canto. Entendi. Ah, não. Aquele é o esconderijo. Tá certo. Estamos indo pro lar do Cid. É. Legado do Cid. Sim, nós temos com uma cruzinha lá pra aumentar alguma coisa, então, mano. Pam, 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 pam.
Well, Sid, I remember what you told me. That if no one is listening to what you have to say, you may as well not say it. But I will say this, old friend. 𝗙𝗚𝗓𝗙𝗡𝗟 is gone. His shadow looms over us no longer.
It's a pity the Phoenix can't be in two places at once. If he'd have been with us, maybe he could have done something for the lost.
Not even the Phoenix can bring people back from the dead. Life has a beginning and an end. So we must live while we have the chance. And not as slaves to the crystals, but as free men.
May we join you?
Lady Karen, what a pleasant surprise.
I thought I'd drop by and see how you were all doing before heading off to restock my supplies.
Bonito.
It was back then, but it were never as bad as this.
I know. The blight marches on. And soon, there'll be no escaping sights like these.
Prepare.
So our mission remains unchanged. We cannot stop until every mother crystal is gone, and their thirst for ether with them. The only one that remains in Storm is Drake's tail in the crystalline dominion.
Our next target.
We're going to Twinside.
It's the capital of the Empire these days. I wouldn't like to think how tightly guarded they've got the place. Not that that'll stop you, but we do well to scout it out before you go charging in.
We would indeed.
If you're off to the Dominion, you can take this great lump with you.
𝗙𝗓𝗡𝗟.
Oh, I am sorry. Have you forgotten you're the most wanted man in the Twins? I thought you might like to disguise yourselves as the attendants of a travelling trader, assuming you've no better ideas. You wanted to buy yourself some tools, didn't you? Well, now's your chance.
You're letting me go with them? Oh, thanks, Nan.
Stop that! You'll break me bones, you great galoot. There's a caravan that runs back and forth between the Dominion and the Bocklad markets. It's managed by the Merchants Guild. Just show them 𝗙𝗓𝗡𝗟's traders pass and you'll be on your way. It'll be a damn sight less risky than footing it the length of the Crystal Road. That's for sure.
Thank you, Karen.
Meu Deus.
Glad to have you with us, 𝗙𝗓𝗡𝗟.
Okay then. I'll get me things and I'll meet yous there. See yous down in Bocklad.
Get off! Me poor fingers!
Jill, you're with me.
Understood.
And Gav?
Already on my way, Captain.
Be careful.
Aren't I always?
Do you see that, Sid? Your protégé's making a proper little outlaw of himself.
Bum, bum, bum. Não dá pra nós fazer as coisas aqui, tem que ir pra aqui direto? Deixa eu ver. Mesmo que a gente tente? Então não dá, ué. Tem mais missões secundárias que estão atrás da gente. É, ué, olha lá. Será que... Então só lá já tá... Vamos ver, vamos lá, vamos lá. Ele não tá nem rastreando, né, mano?
Is that the thing Tomes helped to build?
Sid told me she was building a ship.
É lá no depósito? Quem tá lá, gente? Ah lá, tá aparecendo agora. É sim, é.
I think Mid might need some help tidying up.
Well, here, Sid. Reckon you might be just the man to help me out of a bit of bother, if you've a mind to.
Let's hear it.
Well, it's about this alembic the chief's got me making. Lovely bit of kit it is. Bunging a solution you want splitting, and it will separate it out, just like that. Problem is, it won't always get rid of all the impurities. And with some of the stuff we need it for, that ain't good enough. Which is why I've been looking for something to filter the liquid we'll be cooking off. And that's where I was hoping you could help me out.
I imagine Ty could get some use out of this alembic too. Distilling medicines and the like. All right. Why not?
Proper job!
So what exactly do you need for this filter?
Nothing but bomb ash'll do, says the chief. Gave me a sample she'd obtained from the university stores. Couldn't believe my eyes. You pour the blackest blight water through it, and it comes out clear as a mountain stream. So, I did a bit of reading about where I might be able to get hold of some. And do you know what I found out? It's only the blimmin' bones of a bomb king. They leave them behind when they die, see?
I take it that's where I come in.
If you wouldn't mind. I saw a billet on the hunt board for one just the other day. Would have gone myself, but, well, fighting dirty great balls of flame ain't exactly my forte. You, on the other hand...
All right. I'll see what I can do.
Thank you kindly. And a good hunting, eh?
Também não gosto de lutar com essas bocas que explodem. É na mesa de leitura aquele lá. Acho que não vai dar pra fazer então pra viajar. É um dos ruins. Caçar um dos ruins. Aqui, bomba Rex. Ensamble a moringa. Tomou o caminho errado e foi para uma floresta próxima, onde encontrou uma ruína de uma tá. Dentro uma fera que aparentava ser uma grande bola de fogo. A perseguiu e a fez sair correndo, gritando. Criatura. Hã? Identificou a criatura em um almanaque dos ecos. Nossa, é muito pequeno. E a minha TV é longe. Quem insistiu que a bomba que ela viu tinha 10 vezes o tamanho da que estava enterrada. Bom. A moringa. Sunbreak. Mas não dá pra não viajar, né? Então não tem que fazer, tem que esperar essas duas missões aí. A outra eu não sei o que é, também é uma coisinha, mas muito provavelmente não vão ter que viajar. Vamos olhar lá.
Mid told me she was building a ship.
I don't know where Sid gets the energy.
He cracked the crystal too.
Nossa. Bastante aqui. Confidencial. Eu estava folheando os livros caixa do esconderijo a pedido do Otto e posso ter encontrado algo que talvez chame a sua atenção. Talvez, ou seja, venha imediatamente, você sabe onde vou estar. Tá bom? É, ele vai mandar nós sair. Tem algo errado com o seu cão. Quando vossa senhoria puder, venha me visitar na tenda. Olha, o poder da pena. A hora 10 cartas de leitura, tá? Obrigado por me ajudar a animar Black naquele dia. Mas acho que ele está daquele jeito de novo. A julgar pela cara dele ultimamente, eu estou achando que talvez o problema não era só o couro. Será que tem outros... Ah, agora será que dá pra fazer aqueles outros lá? Demônios rodeando a cabeça dele. Sei que você é um homem ocupado, mas a próxima vez que estiver livre, talvez possa ir perguntar ao velho qual é o problema. Se realmente não for a forja. Vamos ter que esperar pra fazer. Que temos que ir pro objetivo principal de qualquer forma. Então vamos. Né?
How are you feeling?
Better.
Adiante.
Thanks to Talia.
I'm glad to hear it.
And Torgal helped too. Didn't you, boy?
Ah, ele abriu, olha lá. Vambora então. Aqui tem um. Bom, vamos vir pra cá primeiro na cruzinha. Vamos lá. Ele abriu. Aonde que era mesmo? Caramba. Vou fazer esses primeiro, depois a gente volta. Ala perdida. Torre de vigia. É Sunbreak, né, mano? Vou voltar pra ler. Esqueci. A gente já faz o resto tudo. Aumentar alguma coisa é bom. Esqueci o nome, velho. Abre pra nós aí. Amoringa. Amoringa. Sunbreak. Amoringa. 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 Aqui não é. Ala perdida. Amoringa. Portão do Trabalhador. Acho que Sunbreak é por aqui, né, velho? O Sacro Império de Sunbreak, né? Moringa, velho. Que é isso, gente? Aqui não. Aqui tem floresta, né? Vamos dar uma olhada pra cá. A moringa? eu sei que Sunbreak é pra cá. Vamos tentar ir mais rapidinho. Pra tentar achar isso aí. Uma colina. Uns escombros, ó. Será que é pra lá? Vou tentar ir pra lá. Obrigado. Falou que foi pra floresta. Ah, oi. Você é ruim?
Over here! This one.
Ó, aqui é uma floresta, certo? Quando a gente quer encontrar esse tio aí, nunca tá bom pra nós, né? A gente só acha sem querer. Mas não parece ser por aqui, mano. Não tem nada aqui. Ixi, um dragão. Mas tá facinho. É um bom sinal, os dragão aqui. Eu volto pra ala perdida. Aqui é aquele lugar que a gente foi que não tinha nada. É. Daquela vez. É, ali não tem nada não. Tem só esse estilo aqui.
Over here! Sick 'em! Get 'em!
Caramba, hein?
Good girl.
Faster!
Cara, aqui não tem nada não. Aqui já é um lugar que se não passar vai que ver. Ela. Caramba, pra onde é que é isso aí, velho? Parou até a música. Aquele lado ali, vamos ver.
Come on. Fly, Ambrosia.
Fly, Ambrosia. Ali vai dar no... Ah, vai, vamos lá. Ah, será que é aqui? Peraí. Aqui, mano, a moranga, velho. Achemos. Pra cá, ó. Ah, sai daí, Ambrosia, senão você vai ter problema. Aqui? Achemos! Aí, velho, tô falando, mas sai fora. Vai. Bomba Rex. Tadam.
Look what we have here. Greetings, Your Majesty.
Droga. Tome. Caramba. Ah, é aquele fogo, né, mano? Toma. Ah, é assim que faz. Caramba, mano, isso é chato, hein? Ui, quase. Brasa de bomba. Usada em fabricação. Oh, tem aqui a mochilinha lá, mano. Shit.
Your reign is over. Now to collect the ash. This looks like the stuff. Let's see if there's any more.
Quanto vai passar de nível? 1050.
should do it. If the wine needs more than this, he can fetch it himself.
Vamos voltar. Aí a gente já pega mais ali comprando. Terminar isso aqui. Que é uma das coisas é falar com ela mesmo daquela outra missão, das outras missões. Tá? Vamos fazer dela primeiro. Coisa nova com o Capai lá também, de mais gente querendo. Mas aqui lá eu vou esperar. Os daqui assim eu faço.
All right there, Sid. How's that hunt for the bomb ash?
I have it here.
That's the stuff. And plenty of it, too. Enough to keep the Olympic bubbling away for a... You're a gent, Sid. Let none say otherwise. Right then. Let's get this contraption up and running. There we have it. The 𝗙𝗏𝗡𝗙𝗏. And it works just like the chief said it would.
Very impressive.
Says the man who cut down a burning boulder. Speaking of which, I still haven't returned the favor.
There's no need. The good it will do for the hideaway is reward enough.
Don't be silly. Why don't you let me take a look at that bag of yours? The one you keep your potions in. Reckon I could work some magic on that, huh?
What kind of magic?
Well, we happen to have isolated a substance in our test run of the Olympic that I reckon will make even the toughest leather supple and... Thought we might use it to breathe new life into old boots and the like. Save the hideaway a few gil. But I reckon if we slap a bit on your bag, it'll loosen it up enough for you to squeeze in a bottle or two more.
Oba! Vou aumentar minhas poções.
That's the spirit. Leave it with me, além.
Poder carregar mais poções, né? Que beleza. Que bom que nós fizemos.
Well,
it certainly feels more flexible.
Right? Told you.
Thank you. I think.
No. Thank you for supporting Mid and the rest of us in our endeavors. Without you, we'd never have been able to discover wonders like that stuff I rubbed on your bag. And I'm telling you, there's plenty more where that came from.
Muito bom. Estamos quase passando os níveis. Que beleza. Aumentou o inventário. Carregar mais poção. Se obteve uma bolsa de opção tratada, que aumentará a capacidade de carregar itens consumíveis. O aumento será da seguinte maneira. Agora eu tenho 6 poções, 4 super poções. Que bom, tônico robusto, que eu nunca usei, 3. E 3 outros também nunca usei. Show, mano! Aí sim! Foi bom. Dá pra pegar mais recompensa. Agora vou fazer os desse aqui. Vai ficar muito acumulado. Eu vou fazendo na boa, né, gente? Vamos evoluindo. Aí já dá pra passar de nível de novo. Já dá pra passar pra mais de boa das coisas.
Welcome to the Patron's Whisper. Here's everything we've received and everything promised. You earned this. Come again. I may have more for you.
Sid told me she was building a ship.
Voltar pras cartas.
I don't know where Sid gets the energy.
Eu da moça aqui primeiro, da velha. Vou ter que conversar com o tio ali.
What could be wrong with 𝗙𝗓𝗡? He seemed well enough when I last saw him.
Falar com ela. Tá meio tristão aí, 𝗙𝗓𝗡?
I got your note. You think something's wrong with 𝗙𝗓𝗡?
So you can read. Congratulations.
Meu Deus, yeah.
I didn't say I were wrong with him. I said something weren't right. He's not been eating me treats. He used to love cracking the bones from Molly's boiled brown, but now he won't so much as look at them. Didn't like him. Which is why I'm of a mind that his mind's on something else. You've not been working him too hard, have you?
No harder than usual. Is that it, boy? Do you need a rest?
What was it you said he was? A frost wolf?
That's what the lawsman seems to think.
Then maybe this all has something to do with whatever it is that's woken inside him.
I suppose things have been different since 𝗏𝗏𝗡. Perhaps Hippocrates knows something.
Instead of everything, you mean? Perhaps.
Vou falar com o velho. Eu devia ter pego coisa lá.
I need to ask you about 𝗙𝗓𝗡. Something's not right with him.
He isn't ill, is he?
I don't think so. But according to Lady Karen, he seems to have lost his appetite, which is certainly a new development. She says he's hardly been touching his bones of late, and she believes it may have something to do with what happened at 𝗏𝗏𝗡 Castle.
I rather think she might be right, though not about his appetite. All canids are instinctively inclined to crack open bones for the rich marrow that resides within, and I see no reason why a frost wolf should be any different. Accordingly, I suspect it is not a lack of appetite that afflicts 𝗙𝗓𝗡, but a surfeit of it. If we assume that his newfound magics require additional nourishment to sustain, it may well be that the bones Lady Karen is accustomed to providing are no longer sufficient. Frost wolves, after all, habitually prey upon far larger animals, whose bones may yield altogether different nutrients. As to where one might find a suitable substitute, some antelopes that graze the meadows of eastern Rosaria have been known to grow to a size more than double that of their lesser cousins.
Temos que ir pra lá.
I don't recall ever seeing any that large.
And little wonder. The oldest and largest such creatures rarely leave the safety of the highlands for fear of predators. The last elder antelope sighting I recall hearing about took place near Cressida, and that was long before the village was abandoned.
Even so, it seems like a good place to start.
Good hunting, Clive.
Comprar coisa do C aqui, moça.
Well, don't just stand there, go. It'd better all be here. You'll not find a better price than that. You're rubbing me blind, you know. Is that all?
Vamos lá. Aqui então. Depois da Marta. Voltando para Rosalia. Onde é tudo acinzentado. Ah, tem que vir pra cá. Vamos lá, Turtle. Pegar o ossinho que você quer. Os ossinhos que saciam sua barriga.
It's over. Go for it.
Ah, Jill tá com nós, verdade. Oh, é mesmo, tem esse tio chato aqui. $2.000, falta só mais 300. Aí, né, pega aquele ali. Era bom até aumentar ele, né? Oh, você demora pra atacar, hein, filha? Aí. Tem um estilo ali, velho. Ah, esses aí são do deserto aí. Cheguemos. Oi. Não cheguemos ainda não. Ter usado. Não precisava. Acho que eu devia colocar ele só quando for brigar, mano. Tipo, mais forte o bagulho, né? É onde que era o negócio do outro.
If I were a giant antelope, it would seem like just the place. I doubt we'll find one bigger than that. You hungry, 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏? Get him! Soil and stone! Kill! This one. Get him. Over here. Go, Tor. Over here.
Vai, mano, é possível?
Farewell.
Pronto, agora come. Ui, quase.
Now.
Pra você.
Will it be enough, I wonder? I say that answers my question. Which means we owe the lawsman our thanks. You're just a big puppy, aren't you? A very big puppy. You do know you can take that with you, 𝗏𝗏. Lady Karen will be relieved to hear you've got your appetite back. Come on, boy.
Pera aí que tem coisa aqui.
I noticed you and 𝗏𝗏 had gone off somewhere. Take him for a walk, did you?
You could say that.
So, Molly's leftovers weren't good enough, eh? That'll teach me for treating you like you're still a pup. All right, no need to shout. Now we know what you're after. I can see about getting some in.
Speaking of which, I brought one for later. Can I leave it with you?
Você põe tudo no bolso.
You can, eh? I'm nice like that. In return, you can thank Tomes for me. The bloody
I was just on my way to see him.
Aí, velho, você tinha razão de novo, hein? Falar pra ele assim.
Ah, Clive. Were you able to locate your quarry?
We were indeed, lawsman. You pointed us in exactly the right direction. And 𝗏𝗏's been a very happy...
Very good, very good.
Lady Karen sends her thanks, by the way, for your part in solving the mystery.
Ah. But that reminds me. After your last visit, I found myself pondering 𝗏𝗏's talent. Do you recall our conversation concerning Lady Jill's role in 𝗏𝗏's transformation?
About how she somehow woke the power within him.
Precisely that. A reasonable conclusion, I thought. But one which raised certain questions in my mind. The Fenrir of legend served Shiva and Shiva alone. And while the powers attributed to him are certainly impressive, the records imply they are somewhat different in nature to those you described 𝗏𝗏 as having used.
What are you suggesting?
That 𝗏𝗏 may be the beneficiary of more than one icon's power. Consider that in addition to Lady Jill, he has served as a loyal companion to you, your brother, and even the late 𝗙. In short, the icons hitherto near at hand, or should I say at paw, have been diverse and plenty. And that number has only grown as the realm's dominance have fallen to your sword. One can but speculate as to how all of this has affected 𝗏𝗏.
He has seemed more fierce of late.
And if I am not mistaken, he will grow fiercer still. We are fortunate indeed to be able to count him among...
Oh, he's more than an ally. He's a friend.
Que legal. Vamos sabendo de mais uma coisa dele, hein? Aumentamos levemente o ataque do 𝗏𝗏. Ou é o restante? É um que é pro ferreiro, né? Vamos lá. Tá mais animadão, né?
You cracked the crystal too? You're joking.
É pra aumentar a coisa lá, ó. Aumentar mais uma
Hopefully
coisa
it's nothing.
nossa.
But I should speak to Blackthorn just in case. Blackthorn, do you have a moment?
Not really, no.
This won't take long. I just wanted to ask how you're getting on. August was worried about you, and you might still be doubting your craft, even after learning the trick of that cuirass. Is there something else weighing on your mind? Perhaps sharing your thoughts might help.
That bastard's like a dog with a bone. Still, you've got a keen eye, I'll give him that. He's just, well, Karen showed me something. Something I've never seen before.
And that was?
A sword. An odd-looking thing with a single edge blade. The metal itself wasn't anything to write home about, but fuck me. The edge on it. You could slice a man clean in two with a weapon like that, and he'd be halfway home before he even realized he'd been cut.
So that's what's troubling you?
Nah. Not troubling me exactly. More distracting. Can't stop thinking, how do you get an edge that sharp? It's driving me mad.
And if you knew how to do it, we could arm the curse breakers with even better blades.
That's about the size of it, yeah.
I'll see what I can find out. Sharper swords are always welcome. And we can't have our master blacksmith being distracted.
You're a soft touch, you know that. But I can't say I'm not grateful for it. Good luck, eh?
Thank you. Let's see what Karen knows about this sword.
De novo com você, tia.
You're looking well, Karen.
What do you want? Out with it.
I want to know about the sword you showed Blackthorn. Single-edged and extremely sharp.
Running around after him again, are you?
I suppose I am, yes. But I need to help him find out how to work an edge like that. It's driving him to distraction.
Little wonder, I suppose. There's not many like that make it as far as the twins, and those that do go straight into private collections. Which made it nice and easy finding a buyer.
Can you tell me who bought it? Where is it now?
You think I tell people who my clients are? Suppose you're not likely to go nicking him off me, are you now? Fine. If you stop mooning at me like that. Lord 𝗙𝗓𝗓's the man you want. Dalmekian bloke. Collects weapons and the like. And he's got more money than sense, which is why he's one of my favourite clients. Reckon he'll still be at the inn in Dalamil, where I left him.
Thank you, Karen.
Oh, and he's a touch eccentric.
I appreciate the warning.
Ó, tá felizão, sim, tio. Eu acho que o serviço do tio é aqui, mano. Aí já vamos pra nós mesmo. A missão que é nossa mesmo.
People take notice of wealth.
Ah, é por isso que tá mostrando. É um outro canto.
Man, shouldn't be too hard to track down Karen's collector.
The St. Drape's fang is gone. The whole mother crystal gone.
My reputation will be ruined! Ruined!
Calm yourself, Lord 𝗙𝗓𝗓, I beg of you, before you do yourself a mischief.
Pardon the intrusion, but...
Out! Get out! I paid for these rooms so I wouldn't be disturbed. Leave me be!
Please, allow me to apologize. His lordship is going through a difficult time, and he's never been fond of guests arriving unannounced.
Radim! Get rid of the filthy oaf this instant!
Very good, Lord 𝗙𝗓𝗓. Would you mind stepping outside for a moment?
Carinha chata, hein? Bem chata, hein?
I'm sorry if I've caused you any trouble.
That? Oh, no. That's just how his lordship is. Though the morning's events have left him somewhat fractious. He has been dispossessed of his luggage, you see. The thieves also made away with a considerable amount of coin. Coin the innkeeper will...
I don't suppose a certain blade was among the stolen items. A single-edged sword. It was purchased from a merchant friend of mine.
Ah, you know Lady Karen. Yes, I'm afraid it...
Then I'll retrieve Lord 𝗙𝗓𝗓's luggage. But I have one condition.
You have but to state it. You are welcome to anything that is within my power.
I want an audience with Lord 𝗙𝗓𝗓. A few minutes should be enough. Then I'll be on my way.
A condition I would be a fool to refuse.
I don't suppose you saw where the thieves went?
I did not, no. Though some discreet inquiries made on his lordship's behalf mean that I know every ill-gotten coin in Dalamal is said to pass through that disreputable corner of the Valcroy.
And that's where I'm heading.
I shall speak to Lord 𝗙𝗓𝗓 in your absence, and arrange for an audience upon your triumphant return.
That will be very kind of you.
Farewell.
Lá no canto. Mas é no canto pra cá, isso. Que eu já errei muito. Vamos com o queridinho. Vamos, Chocobo. Dessa vez vamos fazer rápido. Senão, né? Tá muito aqui. Aqui é muito grande. Bora, Turtle. Acho que naquele canto nós tínhamos derrotado aquela tartaruga lá. Tchau. Achamos.
Straight home now.
We've got company! Come on, lads, let's tear the bastard's head off! Ah! Over here!
Nice try.
Fire and flame! Get him!
Tá. Como é que vai pegar todo mundo, né?
Get him!
Estamos quase pra pegar aquele lá.
This must be Ignac's luggage. Nothing seems to be damaged. All right. Let's get it back to 𝗙𝗚𝗡𝗏.
Ei, mano, vai conversar com nós
Here I
agora?
have you to thank for the return of my effects. What shall I call you, my good man?
Wyvern. Glad to make your acquaintance.
A formidable name indeed. Well, Wyvern, I appear to be in your debt. Redeem here tells me you wished for an audience. Is that all?
A few moments of your time should suffice, yes.
You're a peculiar fellow, Wyvern. All right, speak.
Master Wyvern was wondering if you could tell him about a certain single-edged sword you recently acquired.
Oh, a true work of art, that one. Karen drove me hard on the price, but I would have sold her Radim here to get my hands on that sword. It was made in the Outer Isles, far beyond the Twins, and is used exclusively by the practitioners of a unique school of swordsmanship. They believe no combat should ever exceed a single strike, and hone their blades to such perfection that none ever does. Each sword is made for that one perfect stroke, and for that stroke only. They crack upon a second blow. There's a brutal sort of beauty to it, really.
But how do they hone such an edge?
Fine question. Why, they use a whetstone, of course. Whetstones, rather. A whole array of them, ranging from the coarse to the fine. 10,000 licks with the sharpening stone, then 10,000 more. But it is the final stone which lends the blade its legendary sharpness. A mineral quite foreign to this great realm of ours. And that is the key. The secret ingredient. Wyvern, it occurs to me that my little lecture is hardly equal to services rendered. Take this, together with my regards. The very stone of which I spoke, far rarer among collectors than even the blade itself, and a far more fitting payment.
Thank you.
Pardon the intrusion, my lordship. However, it is long past time we prepared our...
So it is. I am locked in bitter competition with a rival collector of curiosities. I am one step ahead of the unscrupulous scoundrel, but he is hard at my heels.
And there are many other collectors out there.
Too many to count, but only one do I consider my nemesis. Lord Byron Rosfield. And is a perennial thorn in my side.
I can imagine.
Farewell, Wyvern. May our paths cross again. Radim, we mustn't dawdle.
What you did?
I think his lordship is rather taken with you, Master White. Coming, my lordship. I'll be right there.
Povo doido, velho.
Trust Uncle Byron to find such an interesting rival. Now, let's see what Blackthorn makes of this whetstone, shall we?
O que você vai fazer pra nós? Uma espada top? Ou melhorar as nossas espadas?
Sorry for the wait, but hopefully you'll agree it was worth it.
You learned something about that sword, then?
I did better than that.
A whetstone?
Yes. but not one you'll find anywhere in Valisthea.
No wonder I couldn't get the same finish on the grinding wheel. One hit and all done, eh? Might not be so bad if all you ever fought were duels. Good luck on the battlefield. Your second opponent would be your last, no matter how good you were.
Even so, is there some way it could be used to give the curse breakers an edge?
I think so, yeah. With this whetstone and the right kind of steel, I could probably even make a twin of the blade that rattled me. But there'd be no replacing this little rock once I worn it down to a sliver. I reckon we get a dozen swords from it, if that. Swords that the curse breakers wouldn't know how to wield properly, and that would see them through a single fire piece. Nah, no point trying to copy that thing. Be about as much use as a wax anvil. But finishing our blades with a whetstone this fine, now that's something to consider. And what's finer than fallen masonry, eh? Or more hard-wearing, for that matter. Just imagine it. Good Valisthean steel with an edge as sharp as any found in the Outer Isles. I won't make a copy, nah. I'll make something much better.
I'm sure the curse breakers will be delighted. Just don't push yourself too hard.
Don't you worry about me, sunshine. I've been working day and night since I was half your age, and I'll still be here when you're long gone. Hey, thanks, Clive. I mean it. I owe you one, August 2. It's good to know someone's looking out for me.
You'll be happy to hear you said that.
And I'll see that my debt to you's paid. First new blade I make's got your name on it. You come and find me when you've got the materials.
All right. I will.
Então, quando tiver os materiais, já tá aí. Entendi. Projeto da Excalibur desbloqueado. Opa!
Back, are ya?
Pra que agora?
What do you want?
Excalibur. Couro de 𝗙𝗓𝗡𝗏, sei lá o que é isso. Então não tenho ainda. Esse aqui, osso de seraf. Será que é daquele estilo lá, mano?
And? What do you need? What do you want? And?
He cracked the crystal too.
Pode ser, né? Depois eu vou dar uma olhada, né? Tem que ver o rapaz. Será que é um dos bichão?
Trouble with the ledgers. Shouldn't he be asking Otto for help?
I don't know where Sid gets the energy.
Mid told me she was building a ship.
Clive.
That's why I'm here.
Shh. Otto might be listening.
Is this better?
A little. Listen. I've some bad news. It turns out the hideaway may be
slightly behind in its payment to certain lenders, and it's maybe my fault, but I swear to the goddess, I thought I had the numbers square. Sadly, that square turned out to be more of a circle. 0, you might say. I can straighten it out, I swear, but it's gonna take some time, and I'm gonna need help keeping it from Otto.
Bit late for that, I'd say.
There you are! What a surprise!
So let me get this straight. You forget to pay our lenders what they're due, and instead of coming straight to me, you get Clive to come to you. And I hope he'll dig you out of the hole you've dug for yourself. Clive, the man in charge of the place you've been cheerfully trying to bankrupt. And you thought this was a cunning plan. Why? Well, who needs paying?
Oh, just Martha. And the dame. And, well, Lady Karen. But only 500.
We owe 3 of our most trusted friends 5 million gil.
Each. 5 million.
Nice.
Each. They lent us the bulk of the money we used to rebuild the hideaway, you see, and, well, I must have made some sort of oversight.
Those ledgers were my responsibility. And it was my decision to...
Do we have that?
No.
Outro.
We don't. And no, you won't. We've lightened Lord Rosfield's purse enough. After the king's ransom we had off him, he deserves better than to see our begging bowl. Besides, we'll need to learn to stand on our own if we're gonna make this work.
All right. But that doesn't mean you have to shoulder the burden yourself. Is there anything I can do to help?
There might be. How'd you fancy taking these to Martha and the dame?
Rocks.
Rocks, he says. Worth 1,000 talents apiece, these are.
A little something Sid and I set aside for when times got lean. And I reckon 15 million in overdue debt probably qualifies. I just hope our associates' eyes are a bit more discerning than yours.
I'm sure there will be.
Should be me making the rounds, really. But you know how it is with this place. Orders to bark, arses to wipe, and all that.
I know. Which is why I don't mind going in your play.
Go. Do you know why I only gave Master Clive here 2 star rubies?
Because you'd rather Lady Karen kill...
Because I'd rather Lady Karen killed you. Yes.
Well, I suppose this is...
Don't worry. I'm sure Karen will understand.
Really? Do you think so?
No.
No. I don't.
É, não era esse, né, que você tava... Deixa eu ver. Severian. É o nome de um, não é não? Rompedor de mundos. E Malkin. Acho que esse Severian é, mano.
Mid told me she was building a ship.
I don't know where Sid gets the energy.
Back, are ya? What do you want?
É Grimakin. Mas então, tem a Excalibur. Mas assim, ó. Esse do diamante. Osso de Cerfalha. Falvacer. Será que é o mesmo? Então, aí esse aprimora pra... Oh, caramba. É isso? 255. 265. E o 𝗙𝗓𝗙𝗚𝗟? A 268. Ele não aprimora, mas ele vai direto pra 268. Já é maior. 𝗙𝗓𝗡 maior do que os 265. É esse aqui primeiro. Faixa de seda. Osso de... É o mesmo, olha lá. Será que é aquele tio, mano? Será, fia? Severian. Pode ser. E eu acho que esse 𝗙𝗓𝗡 aqui, mano, é o que faz o outro, velho. Vamos fazer a missão aqui, depois nós vamos ver isso aí. Aonde que é isso aqui? Que aí eu acho que dá pra fazer o 𝗙𝗓𝗡. Mas na espada, né? Logo após a foice entrar aqui. Viu a mandíbula, certo? A mandíbula, aham. É lá, não, certo. Fica um desfiladeiro sem saída e viajantes acabam indo para lá à noite, fornecendo alimento ante a um felino deveras viu calor de derrete de dentro durante o dia já apresenta uma ameaça à vida e os comerciantes querem gastar seus últimos as lascas de cristal com lâmpada. Essa é a mandíbula. É, então, é aqui. É esse lado aqui. Ah, foi isso, ó. Vai dar pra pegar steel. Certo. Bom, vamos pra cá. E depois lá. Vamos primeiro pra Marta. E será que a gente já vai atrás desse tio, velho? Só não tô entendendo certinho onde que é. Nós já vamos lá pra Marta, a gente já faz também. Já tenta pegar ele também, já vai atrás dele. Espécie particularmente herói de decaídos nas possibilidades. Acho que ele é ativado com a aproximação. Armado ou desarmado. E os recebe com um jato ardente que já reduziu grande parte do ponto próximo. Norte de 𝗙𝗚𝗡𝗟 Unidades da Marte. Vamos ver. Mais um em Rosária. Vamos ver. Esse aqui nós vamos só upar nós essa live aqui praticamente. Fazer as missões aqui.
Clive, we weren't expecting you.
I wasn't expecting to be here, but it seems we still owe you a considerable amount of coin for your help with our rebuilding efforts. And though I doubt it's what you were expecting, we were hoping you'd take this as payment.
A star, Ruby? I can't accept this. It's worth at least twice what you owe me. More if you can find yourself the right buyer.
Think of the difference as interest.
Interest? If word got out I charged that much, no one would ever borrow from me again. Anyway, why are you the one here asking me about this? I'd have expected Otto. Bit much sending the Lord Marquis out to settle your debts, isn't it? The old goat working himself to death again?
Something like that. Most days I think he's the only reason the hideaway's still...
Same as always, eh? Back when the place was nothing but a twinkle in the eye of a recently retired Lord Commander, word is he was the first one Sid reached out to. Probably knew that without his strong arm and level head, the idea would never get off the ground. Sid may have been the face of the hideaway, but Otto's always been the back. And when Sid passed away, we were all worried that would be the end of it. That Otto would just give up.
His death was hard on everyone. But it must have hit Otto hardest of all.
But he didn't give up, did he? Quite the opposite, in fact. If I recall, he was the one who nominated you as Sid's replacement, and rallied the rest around you. I reckon what he saw in Sid, he saw in you too. And don't we all? Doesn't hurt that you're half as stubborn and twice as handsome, neither. That, and you keep good company.
I suppose I'd...
Bom.
Stay sharp.
Aqui é o portal dos decaídos. O angústia. Pior que não tem muita coisa falando, né? Já até esqueci, na verdade. Mas assim, aqui é o portal dos decaídos. Tem muita coisa falando. Aqui eu já peguei um, né, mano? Será que tem outro pra cá? Não é tão ao redor, né? Ô, angústia. Eu vou tentar pra cá. Aqui eu vou tentar do outro lado.
surrounded it.
It's this one. Stick 'em.
Não tô achando, não. Eu volto lá pra ver. Difícil achar isso aí, velho.
That the glass gate flood is
Did you hear?
The gates to heaven.
I want to see you.
What am I going to do without sweet water and oil of talc?
Milady, I come bearing gifts.
Gifts? Whatever is the occasion. Oh my. Clive, you really have outdone yourself.
Otto asked me to give it to you. To settle the hideaway's debt with the Veil. And to compensate you for the time it took us to do so.
You disappoint me, Clive. I thought you might finally be warming to me. Tell Otto he can keep his baubles. I tried to tell him as much the first time around. The man owes me nothing, nor does the hideaway. My contribution to the restoration effort was made freely and willingly. It was the least I could do.
You once told me Sid did you a kindness. I'd like to do the same. Please, accept it. For my sake. And for Otto's. For all of us. For all you've done.
It is rather fetching, isn't it? Very well. Otto is lucky to have you, Clive. I doubt anything could ever replace his son. But you and the others at the hideaway are the closest thing he has to family.
Otto had a son.
Long ago, yes. Sid told me Otto lost him when he was just a boy, and blamed himself for not being able to stop it. I don't know how it happened, whether there was anything he could have done, but it was clear that it weighed heavily on him.
I didn't know.
How could you have? I doubt anyone did. Besides Sid, I've never met a man more keen to bear his sorrows in stoic silence. An ill habit, given that both have always been surrounded by friends desperate to help them.
I'm beginning to see that. Go will want to know the stones were delivered, if he's still with us.
Is that the thing Tomes helped to build?
Sid told me she was building a ship.
Goat. Still alive, I see. So Lady Karen accepted the ruby.
Ah, about that. I tried my best, but she was just too stubborn to take it. She threw it right back in my face, in fact, and told me I could stick my stupid stone where the sun don't shine.
Karen refused payment.
I hope it wasn't something I said.
I'm sure you were as tactful as ever. Let me see what I can do.
Oh, wonderful. I hope you have better luck than I did.
Jesus. Então faz tudo, Clive.
Lady Karen, Goat tells me you weren't happy with our offer. Would you prefer the debt was repaid in coin?
What debt? I don't recall lending any of you lot me hard-earned gil. I may have tossed a talent or two in the Hideaway's coffers, but those were donations, and you can hardly call it charity if you go asking for it back.
Of course not. But one good turn deserves another. And our circumstances have changed. Surely you wouldn't shun the gratitude of a pauper who happened to have become a prince.
Oh, so you're a prince now, are you? Fine. But I'm selling it and taking what I'm owed, then you're getting the rest whether you like it or not. Where'd you even get this? A decent trader might nab 1,000 talents for a star ruby. A canny one, meanwhile, might claim it were nicked from the belt of Sid the Outlaw himself and ask twice as much. Might be I already have a buyer in mind. Might be you even know her. A fine continental maid whose beauty's only eclipsed by a guile. You wouldn't mind, would you?
Not at all. Just be sure to tell her that it's always a pleasure doing business.
I hear you ended up delivering all 3 stones. Thanks to this lump. I sometimes wonder what I pay you for.
Speaking of which, I still haven't been paid last month's wages.
Oh, so you remember what's owed to you then? Get your ass behind that disc of yours and don't get up before those ledgers are square.
Right away.
I've seen that before.
Yeah. Plenty of times. It was the only goblet Sid ever used. Either out of habit, or because the filthy sod couldn't be bothered to find it.
I knew so little about him.
Like most people.
Martha and the Dame both seem to have fond memories of him. How long did you know Sid before he...
Before he died. 20 summers. Back in the day, I was a purser on a trade ship. Which is where I met him. He bought passage to... I forget where. But having nothing better to do on the long nights, we sat up drinking island rum till the morning bell dragged me back to my duties. Quit my post not long after that. On account of making a fine mate, but me and Sid stayed close. Promising we'd one day sail the seas again. That was... before fate stepped in and said she was having none of it. The magic woke inside my son soon after his first name day, and there was no hiding his knack.
Couldn't you and your family have...
My family were the ones who wanted the monster taken away. I couldn't turn my back on him. Forget what I felt, and I couldn't for the life of me understand how they could. Luckily, it was him who stood beside me when all I wanted was to tear the whole world down. Him who cried for me when I had no tears left of my own. Him who swore he'd do everything he could. And he was true to his word, too. Left the Royal Army once and for all. His ranks threw away everything he had. All to right a wrong that no one else had the courage to face. I knew then I'd follow that man to the ends of the earth.
Bom, soubemos mais um pouco da história de cada um, né?
He was always too clever for his own good, was Sid. Saw the world for what it really was, while the rest of us were content to go along with the lie we were shown. And it can't have been easy, bearing that burden alone. But he didn't let it stop him. He never lost faith in what he believed was right. And that gave us faith in him. Faith he'd steer us true. So I swore to myself that I'd always be right behind him, ready to catch the stubborn sod, if ever he should fall. But I couldn't even do that. Ignore me. Just the ramblings of a tired old man. Leave that lot. I'll tidy it up in a bit.
This is Sid's handwriting. Dear Otto.
I may be drunk, but I wanted you to know this place would be fucked without you. Love you, you grumpy old sod.
This note.
Hmm? What about it?
Sid was right. Without you, we'd all be lost.
He should have bloody well said so then. Just once. Before he went. But then, why would he? Him, or anyone? I'd only have told him to piss off. You're wrong, though. Both of you. It was never just me keeping the hideaway afloat. It was all of us. I just shoved people in the right direction. I barely seem to be able to do that anymore.
Would you rather go at the helm?
Well, maybe I've got a few more years left in me.
I'm going to hold you to that, Otto.
Before you go, Sid would have wanted you to have this.
But that's...
This'll do me just fine.
Vai deixar lá na lugarzinho.
Thanks for the ray of sunshine. I'll see if I can't pay you back.
Already have.
Ah, 2.335. Dá pra pegar aquele lá. Nossa, 340, velho. 250. É, mas... O último, né? Esse é o primeiro. Bom. Vamos lá. Vou colocar ele aqui. 𝗙𝗓𝗙𝗬. Sorte de boa angústia. Ah, boa angústia. Acho que 𝗙𝗓𝗙 era aqui mesmo. Bom, aqui tá a foice, né? Do Titã. Boa angústia aqui. Norte. Vai pra cá então. Ah, é algum canto aqui de boa angústia. Só andar aqui pra nós ver. Ah, sei lá. Bom, sabemos que é boa angústia, né? E o outro, eu acho que é mesmo, porque... Eu lembro de ter falado alguma coisa de foice. Ah, logo após a foice. Fica um desfiladeiro sem saída. Aí. Aqui é a mandíbula. Aqui é a foice, logo depois. Tem algo sem saída. Dá uma salvadinha. Bom, galera, vamos terminando a live de hoje aqui por enquanto. E vamos voltar na parte 9. Parte 9 não, essa é a parte 9. Parte 10 aí de Final Fantasy XVI na próxima live pra vocês, tá bom? Amanhã nós fazemos, certinho? Então eu espero que todos vocês, muito obrigado quem esteve aqui no online com a gente, deixou seu gostei, se inscreveu, quem não foi, todo mundo que esteve com a gente, muito obrigado por ajudar a gente aí. E você que esteve aí no off, vem com a gente no online, né? Se inscreve no canal e tem o sininho das notificações. Vem com a gente que é bem bacana, tá bom? Muito obrigado por ter sido todos vocês, que todos que estiveram aqui. Espero ver vocês no próximo vídeo, na gameplay 10 de Final Fantasy XVI, tá bom? Até a próxima aí, momento play, ó, fui, valeu, até mais.